Who doesn't love a batch of fruits and vegetables fresh from the farm? But how about alcohol, and specifically rye whiskey? Weekend Sip columnist Charles Passy is here with WhistlePig Farm stock rye whiskey, fresh from farms in Vermont.
Right, there we go,
Welcome to the show. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
So explain how whiskey goes from farm to bottle.
Well, I mean, this is a Vermont distiller, WhistlePig. They're known for their ryes, and they've had this desire to make a farm fresh whiskey, if you will. So basically what we're talking about is the rye grain that goes into the whiskey is grown on their farm. They have a farm in Vermont. The water is sourced from the well, basically on the farm, and the wood that's used in the barrels that age the whiskey, also from the farm or from nearby in Vermont. So this is truly a farm fresh whiskey.
And did you like it?
I did. I mean, I think a couple of things that are probably, from a tasting standpoint, it's a little hard to tell the farm aspect. I didn't get a barnyard taste, if that's what you're thinking.
Okay.
But it is a fairly young whiskey, and which means it has a little less of that kind of spicy, peppery flavor you often get with a rye that's been aged a little bit longer. It has a little bit of sweetness to it. They do say that the sweetness particularly comes from the Vermont wood in the barrels. I can't tell you if I've compared a lot of Vermont wood to wood from other parts of the world that's been used to age whiskey, but I will say that it's a decent rye, and I think a good rye, yeah.
Should we try it?
Absolutely. Cheers.
We'll see if we can taste that Vermont barrel. It is good.
It is good. You know, look, I mean, I happen to be a rye fan. I think to me, rye is the great American whiskey. Bourbon is a little bit sweeter by nature. Rye has that kind of spicy finish. This is, I would almost say, a beginner's rye. It's not as spicy as some other ryes, but it does, I think, literally hit a kind of nice sweet spot in the middle for people who like
it's very
a whiskey with a little flavor, but maybe not too much flavor. So, and it's got a great backstory.
And last but not least, this is not the only company doing this whole farm.
Well, I mean, I would say that they actually say that they're doing it to a level that nobody has done it. But yes, a lot of distillers, you know, everybody is looking for this concept of terroir, of kind of getting close to the farm. And also, to be honest, when you do a product like this, you reduce the carbon footprint. So, I mean, you're not shipping stuff in to make your product, which is, you know, not a bad thing for the environment.
And perhaps that's why it's a bit expensive. It's 90 bucks a bottle.
It is not the cheapest rye out there, and clearly there's a lot of labor and love that goes into this product.
And where can people buy this?
This is getting around. I mean, it's somewhat of a limited edition, but I would say a good liquor store that carries WhistlePig will likely possibly have this on stock. I don't want to say definitely, possibly have this in stock, and they hope to be making this in the years to come, so we'll see a lot more of it.
All right, Charles Passy,
cheers again.
Cheers to the weekend. Thank you for being here.